Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Today we have Patricia. Welcome to the podcast, Patricia.
Gracias. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. So let's jump right in. What is cyclic productivity in a simple term?
Okay, it's using the guidance of the menstrual cycle or the perimenopause to actually plan life and business. I'm talking about women, so women entrepreneur using this wisdom to avoid burnout and simply follow their life, their body guidance. Yeah.
And how do you use this in business?
So the first part is to pay attention, because usually we women are many times disconnected from our body and we don't understand what's going on. We want to force like male productivity, which is completely different than our body reacts and how our body behaves. So I would say the first step is to pay attention and maybe registry what's going on in your body through the cycle. Well, not in your body, but in her body through the cycle. And with 1 or 2 months of understanding this, you start seeing, oh, I have more energy here. I am more relaxed here, and I feel more connected to other people here, and use that to actually plan business, social media appearance, and all the stuff that your business needs to actually function.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like, to really plan to where your energy is and where everything happens. How does human design help entrepreneur?
So human design comes to help you understand yourself.
Yeah.
And again, talking about connection and disconnection, many times we are disconnected from who we are, from conditioning of the environment, what society thinks that we should be. And human design brings you back to the point where you know what are the things that triggers you and what are your gifts and what are you good at, and leveraging that to manage your business in an efficient way, but also like finding a way to connect with other people that works with you. If you have a team, for example, understanding them and understanding yourself help you actually find your leadership in your business too.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I had another interview with someone, and we were talking about people in the workplace, like new people arriving to Canada and coming to the new workplace, and inclusivity, and like just understanding somebody else's culture, because like you said, we're like programmed into our culture, into our differences, and like it's important to know yourself, but also know others and other culture, right? Through again, like human design in a sense.
Yes.
Right.
So also understanding that your strengths are not everybody else's strengths. Like we take it for granted. Oh, I'm good at this. Everybody else should be good at this, or I have energy for this and everybody else should. But the reality is we are all different. And understanding that give you also the sensibility to kind of see, okay, I can do this. I know you can't, but let's find a way in the middle where we can meet and actually make this work.
Yeah, really, everybody has a strength, right? So we have to work together to find other people's strengths to really come together in a sense, right?
Yeah.
What's one thing that women entrepreneurs should stop doing? And that's kind of, is there a thing that you see that you're like, you guys should, or maybe, yeah.
Trying to run business like everybody else. Just run your business like yourself, like who you are.
Yeah, be yourself.
We're working for another woman. It not necessarily will work for you, for your circumstances, for your skills, for the place you are at today, or your age, etc. So I think it's just to stop trying to define success by everybody else's parameters, and okay, this is my successimeter. This is how I measure it. And following that instead of just going against your energy.
Yeah, instead of trying to follow somebody else or somebody else's design, right? Is business path. Yours is going to be maybe totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. How do you plan your week based on your energy cycle?
Well, it took me a while to do it, to fully do it. And still many times I just like, there are things that fall in life that you not necessarily will control. But first, as I say, I listen to my cycle. I have a little bit of predictability and on my cycle, so I know when my energy is gonna fluctuate. Now I'm walking towards perimenopause, so I am observing again how that's changing. But I try to plan public appearances and content creation, recording and stuff like that in ovulation, because I know this is the time I'm more magnetic. My body is like blooming, so I want to put that on the camera or audio, and then I use other parts of the cycle that are more like reflective to then actually check my business and see what's working and what's not working, and if there's limits to put or if there's boundaries to set. This is the time for me like to say, okay, this is the thing that are working and this not necessarily.
And I think that's a good thing because now you're more organized, versus, well, I don't say that I'm not organized, but sometimes I'm all over the place, So as a business owner, you're always trying to like do everything at once. And so I've actually met a woman founder that's going to come on the podcast later on next week. And she was like, sometimes she emails me back, but 2 weeks later, where she's like, oh yeah, this Friday, I'm actually just catching up. Like she's very like she's once a month or twice a month, she'll be catching up on emails and all this stuff. So I think, it's good to be, it kind of organizes you in a sense, right?
Yeah. And you men also have your own cycle.
Yeah.
And understanding that also help you be more productive, which I find is that women, we adopted that from men and it doesn't work for us.
No.
Because your hormonal cycle is 24 hours. Ours is 28, 30 days. So it's totally different. So understanding that, it makes a full difference on how we behave and how we organize our plan. Of course, we meet in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you kind of have to. But it's interesting. I've never thought about this, the cycle and how energy moves and, how you should plan accordingly to that cycle. So it is very interesting. What's the most common blocks for women founders you see?
Not reaching out to other women founders or, not asking for help when they need to. I can do it all. I know it all. Or I don't want to ask for help because I want everybody to understand that I am capable. You're capable, yes, but why to do it alone? You can find your community. You can find your people, and it's more fun to do it together. It's more fun when you are a group of women that can support you also. When the challenges come or when the celebration comes, they are there to cheer you up. So I think not reaching out, not asking for help is one of the things that keep blocking women founders to grow or to expand.
Yeah. And it took me a while to understand this, that one person can change your mindset completely or change your business completely or really, really help you. And most successful business owners, I feel in general, they want to help people, right? They're like, if you ask them, they'll be like, oh yeah, I want to help you. I've seen this. I want to help you. Like figure out, just ask me some questions. I'll be there for you. So it's kind of scary at first to just like, I hate, going to networking events because I love it. I'm like, and then you got to think that, everybody's in the same boat. We just want to talk to people. Right. Yes. But I still hate it. But anyways, it's something that you need to move past through or
you just do it, hating it, just do it. And then later you're going to find out that just disappear from your body while you get used to it. Yeah.
See, I like podcasting because I can invite people. It's an easier, like it's, you're going to have a conversation versus you go to a networking event and you're like, hey, I'm Jeremy, but you don't know, like, it's just weird. I find it weird, but some people just have it naturally,
I find that with networking, you need to set your intention. What am I looking for here today? And usually I don't get to know everybody in the room, but I kind of say, okay, I met this one. And I try to have a conversation one or two individuals, and that's enough for me.
Yeah, because you can't do everyone. Like, it's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah. And you don't get to know everybody in just a little conversation.
No, exactly. What's one tip to avoid burnout while growing a business?
Finding the space to pause. That's key. Knowing when you need to recharge. It's part of listening to the body and saying, okay, I find that when I do this, okay, I can do it in 3 hours, but maybe I need a little break in the middle. This is going to drain me. Or also learning to say no when you feel that it's something that is not aligned. It's very important.
Yeah.
I know everything looks like an opportunity at the beginning.
I know, yeah.
But with time, you kind of sharp your eyes and you're like, maybe this is not an opportunity. But finding that space to pause, because many times we don't create that space for pause and reflection. So it's not just about resting. When you start resting, you start also reflecting that your brain is more clear. Okay, let me see. What do I need? Where do I need to put more attention? So finding a space to pause for women founders is key, and it's part of the job. You have to take it as it's part of your work. To rest and pause is part of the work.
Yeah, no, super important. And super important to have a clear vision, because often, like you say, like everything is an opportunity. And maybe that's because you don't have a very clear vision on what you want or what should be. So yeah, that's super important. Let's flip a little bit and go into fashion and beauty, because
Yes.
it's on your side.
Yes.
What's the first step you would say to launch a fashion or beauty brand?
Understand what you want to offer. What's the transformation, or what's the result you want to offer? Because there's a lot in the market right now, but what's your difference, and what are you offering to the consumer? What's the joy they are going to take out of buying from you, even if it's a piece of cloth or if it's a cosmetic? What are you bringing to the table? And right now, today, you have to think in being sustainable, being eco-friendly, and not bringing harsh chemicals to people. So all that things take in consideration. I know there's business planning, I know there's funding and all that. Well, besides that, what's the difference? Why one more? Why are you bringing this, and how this is going to make a difference for people?
Yeah. How can a fashion or a beauty founder stand out today?
I think it goes back related to sustainability.
Yeah.
And connection with your buyer.
Yeah.
Like, how do you connect not only your brand, but you as a founder? I know many people love to be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But today I want to know who is creating this.
The person.
And why.
Yeah.
I was coaching somebody these days, and she's like, they have many things coming up to help children, giving scholarships and all that. And she said, yeah, we are doing that in the background. I'm like, no. The good things you're doing should be in the front, so people can support you. If I don't know you are, sustainable, or you don't know you are taking care of the planet, I don't feel that encouraged to buy from you.
No.
So that difference should be there in front.
Yeah, certainly today it's I think things are changing, and we have to. It's all about the story, the person. Like, people buy from people.
Yes.
Yes. And that's
like old times.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But now it's just like the internet. Like, it's
it's
so much more.
You can buy from people from another part of the planet.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
What's one big mistake new founders make in that specific space that you see?
Not paying attention to who's buying, and just, okay, I'm in love with this product, I'm just gonna launch it and blow it away, and then crickets. Sometimes it's better just to go little by little and paying attention to what your people is saying. Okay, is this working for you or not? What should I twist? Of course, you're not gonna listen to everybody all the time, but there's keys that you hear people repeating, the pumping of your cream is a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of people asking, so, okay, I'm going to change that. So not listening and not paying attention can cost you a lot of money on the long run. So doing it at the beginning and keeping that as part of the mechanics of your business. Saying, okay, we want to know what you think and make it easy for the others to express that to you, to give feedback.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. And I'm doing that for my business in the sense that I'm trying to get feedback on like, how do you feel paying this much for this service? Like, because it's hard for them to tell you, but you need to kind of try to find out how did they feel about your service or your product or all this stuff. And then you can really adapt and do that at the beginning. Yeah. Right? Because if not, like you said, you lose a lot of money and time.
And you might think like, if I ask people about prices, they are going to say the lowest. And you will be surprised.
Yeah.
People is very honest. If they like what you're offering and they see the value, they will tell you exactly how much they think the value is. And of course, you also have your kind of compass inside that say, maybe this is too little. Maybe this is too much. But that compass also needs to be accompanied by the other part, that the feedback that people is giving you.
Yeah. I think feedback is key. Like it's really, really important. And we don't, when you're running a business and you're all over, you don't think about these little things, right?
Yeah. But you cannot put yourself in a bubble.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You have to open up. And so we're talking about you a little bit. How do you find your unique edge as a woman entrepreneur?
I think it's connection. That's my thing.
Connection with people,
with women, especially understanding them in things that I already passed or navigated or overcame. Come from the story of being a mother and entrepreneur, having a bankrupt in my country with the previous business, overcoming cancer. All those things kind of, they were bad experiences. But whenever I find another woman walking that path, and we talk and we connect, I see that's the difference I'm bringing. Like, okay, I walk at this and I walk it this way. You don't have to, but this is how I did it. And I can help you find your own way. And that brings a special connection from what I'm doing to the women that are looking for this kind of help.
Yeah. And it's so like I had some failures in my life that made it that's where I got there, right? Or not necessarily failures, but just experiences that good or bad, they got you to where you are. So sometimes when you look at somebody that, I don't know, they lose their job or they go bankrupt, whatever it is. And if you've been there, you're like, don't worry. Like in 2-3 years, you'll say like, this is the best thing that happened to me because other things happened and and it pushes you, right? It's like if you have no money and you start a business, you'll kind of be pushed to like really go, right? Really search, really get involved versus if you open a business with all the money in the world, then it's like, you're not, well, maybe you are as involved, but I think it's going to be harder. Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah. I find also that being an immigrant and connecting with other women immigrant in Canada, it sets us apart in a way that I understand. I probably don't know where you come from because I haven't been there, but I know your journey getting here, and maybe the weather is different, the food is different, the language is different. So all those differences that we kind of integrate in our lives, we understand each other in that sense.
Yeah, which is great because it creates a sense of community. And and I mean, obviously it can be easy, moving to another country. I've lived in 2 countries, plus Canada, which is my country, but it's different cultures, different language, different weather. Everything is different.
Weather. I mean,
the weather here is the worst problem.
I moved to Mexico for 4 years.
Okay, that's not bad.
And we are Latin, so there's a lot in common. So I was like, Canada is going to be a piece of cake.
Except for winter, right?
No, darling, in the winter.
It's a surprise,
It's a surprise. It's a nice surprise at the end. It teaches me a lot because I come from a place where weather is similar the whole year. We don't see that change so much. And coming here and understanding that life doesn't stop because there's minus 30.
No, it's like for
Part
us,
of
it's
life.
like it's like nothing, right? Like,
Yeah.
but we're used to. I think we're just used to having houses that are well isolated, and we kind of stay
Yes.
inside. And because other countries, you go to a house and it's not isolated. Like,
Don't talk about isolation in the
isolation.
Dominican.
What's that?
Isolation from what?
Yeah, exactly. There's no problem. That's funny. What's a daily habit that you recommend to stay focused for people or women entrepreneur?
I do a little stop in the morning. Okay, I wake up and before I just jump on my phone or talk to my kids, my husband, and I do a check-in for myself. And I recommend women, everybody, but women in special, especially if hormones are changing and you are going through that transition where perimenopause is on the door. Listening to your body first thing in the morning and checking in with your emotions. How do you feel physically? What is your brain bringing in? And, just acknowledge you don't have to fix anything. Oh, my brain is crazy. Okay, at least I know my brain is crazy before my son and my daughter come and make it crazier.
Yeah.
So that little thing in the morning changed my whole day.
Oh, yeah.
That's
good.
5 minutes checking in. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people just get up and they go and they're going to work or they're going somewhere and it's like it's really nonstop, right? Life is life is, certainly if you have kids.
Once you're born, you don't want it to stop neither.
No, but it's it's a lot of work on the mind, right? Because it's always going and thinking.
Yeah, and it translates on your body. Whatever goes on the mind, it charge on the body if you don't pay attention.
To slowly wrap up, just like how do you deal with doubt or imposter syndrome?
I love it.
Well, that's good.
I love it. I don't deal with it. I just, bring it to the table.
Yeah.
I used to just listen to it and, go small and get in my bubble.
Yeah.
And lately, I'm just embracing it. Okay, what's the objection? Bring it and let's see. Because many times those imposter syndromes there are bringing you little things that you are not seeing.
Yeah, you have blinders, like you don't see everything.
And sometimes it takes just to sit with yourself and have that conversation and say, okay, this is not that bad, and I'm not bad at this, and I did this, and you start kind of responding yourself. Like this as imposter syndrome was another part of you. Okay, you are saying I'm not capable, but look what I did today. And responding to that and like kind of just accessing your archives of who you are, I think it's very valuable because when this comes to you, it's because it's trying to keep you safe. But sometimes being safe means that you are not moving forward. So if you pay attention there, okay, you're telling me I'm not worth it. Let me talk to you for a second. As you will do, imagine that imposter syndrome was a friend of yours that come and tell you that. What would you say? It's a good friend. So you have the carte blanche to actually say something. What would you say? So if you take it like that, it kind of reverse engineer and leverage there a little bit of wisdom. Of course, not all the days I do that. Many days I just listen to it, or maybe many days I'm like, I don't have time to listen to you today. But if you reflect a little bit, what are you trying to tell me today? Why is this coming to me today?
Yeah, I have a lot of I have some really intelligent friends like that. I see that they're so intelligent and they have the imposter syndrome and they're like, oh, I feel like an imposter. And I'm like, no, you're really good at what you do. Like you're a strong person. You shouldn't be feeling that, and it's hard to, get that out of your mind, right?
Yeah.
The imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And friends are very good at helping you to overcome that too. Like good friends that support you.
Yeah.
also are very good to stop you and say, hey, what are you
What are you
saying?
talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Before we wrap up, anything you want to add on your side? And maybe you can talk about a little bit about yourself and just what you do in general, even though we went through it, but what you offer.
So what I do is I mentor entrepreneur women in their business, and it goes a lot into their personal life too, because these things are not disconnected when you are leading your business and you feel
everything's connected.
something is not working.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on in your life. And lately, I especially work with women, and lately also many men are coming and finding that my services are relevant to them. So I put together 3 things, and especially when I work with women, is menstrual cycle and perimenopause is always on the conversation. I need to know what your energy is like and how you manage that and how you approach that. Human design for self-discovery for everybody, and business strategy. But there's no strategy if you don't know yourself. So first, self-discovery, and then we go dive deep in the business part of it.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us, and hope to talk again soon.
Thank you for having me.